Welcome to The Drowsy Scientist, where the wonders of the cosmos cradle your mind, guiding you gently towards sleep. Tonight, you rest beneath a blanket of stars, their light soft and eternal. Your breath slows, matching the rhythm of the universe, a vast, quiet sea that holds secrets older than time. You are here to drift, to explore a dream that feels both ancient and impossibly new. The dream of asteroid mining, of reaching into the sky to gather the gold of the solar system. Close your eyes, or let them linger on the ceiling, where shadows mimic the night sky. Imagine yourself weightless, your body no longer bound to Earth. You float upward, past the rooftops, through the thin veil of clouds, until the stars surround you. They are not distant now. They are close, like fireflies caught in a velvet net. Each one pulses with a story, and tonight they speak of asteroid silent wanderers tumbling through the void. Picture an asteroid, a jagged stone the size of a mountain, spinning slowly in the dark. Its surface is scarred, pocked by collisions older than the pyramids, older than the oceans. It is not a planet, not a star, but something humbler, a fragment of the solar system's infancy. These rocks, these asteroids, are the leftovers of creation, the crumbs scattered when the planets formed. They drift in a wide belt between Mars and Jupiter, or wander closer, brushing near Earth's orbit. Some are as small as a car, others stretch for miles. Each one is a time capsule, holding clues to the universe's first moments. Your mind drifts deeper, imagining the asteroid's surface. It is not smooth like a river stone, but rough, dusted with a fine powder called regolith. If you could touch it, your fingers would feel the chill of eons, a cold that has never known sunlight. Yet, within this stone lies treasure. Not gold in the way you picture a pirate's chest, but metals platinum, iron, nickel forged in the hearts of ancient stars. There is water, too, locked in icy crystals, enough to fill lakes or fuel rockets to distant worlds. These are the riches of asteroid mining, a vision that stirs both wonder and questions in your heart. You breathe in, and the idea feels vast, almost too large for your quiet room. How did this dream begin? It started with stargazers, like you, who looked up and wondered. Scientists, poets, engineers, they saw the stars not just as lights but as possibilities. In the 20th century, they began to study asteroids, naming them after gods and myths. Ceres, Vesta, Pallas. Telescopes revealed their shapes, their paths. Spacecraft, like brave little messengers, flew to them, snapping photographs, collecting dust. One mission, called Hayabusa, returned to Earth with grains from an asteroid named Itokawatani, specks that whispered of a universe rich beyond imagining. Now, your thoughts soften, like waves lapping at a shore. Asteroid mining is not just about machines or money. It is about reaching for something greater. Imagine a future where humanity builds homes among the stars, where the metals from asteroids form the bones of space stations, where their water becomes the breath of new worlds. But with this dream comes a question, one that hums gently in your mind. Who will own these treasures? Will they belong to a few, or to all who share this fragile planet? The stars offer no answers, only their quiet light. Let your body sink deeper into the bed, your limbs heavy, your heart calm. The science of asteroid mining is real, rooted in the laws of physics and chemistry. Asteroids are made of silicate rocks, metals, and sometimes carbon compounds. Some, called carbonaceous chondrites, hold organic molecules, building blocks of life. Others, metallic asteroids, are nearly pure iron and nickel, stronger than any steel forged on Earth. To mine them, engineers dream of robotic probes, delicate as dragonflies, landing softly to drill and collect. These machines would work in the vacuum of space, where gravity is a whisper, and sunlight is both power and peril. You imagine one such probe, its solar panels gleaming like wings. It approaches an asteroid, its movements precise, guided by minds back on Earth. The probe's drills bite into the regolith, sending up clouds of dust that float like snowflakes in the weightless dark. The metals it gathers could build cities in orbit. The water could sustain explorers on Mars. But the task is not simple. Space is vast, and asteroids are far. Even the closest ones are millions of miles away, and reaching them demands fuel, time, and patience. Your mind hums with the scale of it, yet the thought is soothing, like a lullaby sung by the cosmos. As you drift, you recall a number. There are over 1 million asteroids in the solar system, each unique. Some are rubble piles, loosely held together by their own faint gravity. Others are solid, unyielding. To mine them, humans must learn their secret show they spin, how they hold together. Scientists study them with radar, mapping their surfaces from Earth. They launch missions like OSIRIS-REx, which kissed the asteroid Bennu and brought back a handful of its dust. These efforts are the first steps, the tentative touches of a species learning to walk among the stars. Your breath is slow now, a gentle tide. The dream of asteroid mining feels both distant and near, like a melody you've always known but never sung. It is a dream of progress, but also of care. The asteroids are not ours to take without thought. They are part of the solar system's story, a story you share. As you rest, you wonder about their origins, how they came to be. Were they born in fire, in the chaos of the early universe? Do they hold secrets of worlds that never were? These questions cradle you, soft and unhurried. The stars outside your window seem to wink, inviting you deeper into their tale. You are ready to drift further, to touch the asteroids themselves, to feel their ancient weight in your hands. What are these stones of the sky, and what do they carry within? The answer waits just beyond the edge of sleep, in a place where science and wonder intertwine. Your breath is soft, a quiet rhythm that carries you deeper into the night. You are no longer in your room, but adrift in the vastness of space, where the stars are your only companions. They shimmer like lanterns, guiding you toward the asteroid-sanctioned stones of the sky, tumbling gently through the cosmic sea. Each one is a traveler, older than the mountains, older than the seas, carrying stories etched in their scarred surfaces. Tonight, you wander among them, your mind light as a feather, ready to touch their mysteries. Imagine yourself floating closer, your body weightless, your heart calm. An asteroid looms before you, its surface a patchwork of shadows and dust. It is not round like a planet, but irregular, like a stone plucked from a riverbed and tossed into the void. Its edges are sharp, its craters deep, as if the universe itself has carved its tale across eons. This is no ordinary rock. It is a relic from the solar system's dawn, born 4.6 billion years ago, when gas and dust swirled in a fiery dance, coalescing into planets, moons, and these quiet wanderers. You reach out, your fingers brushing the asteroid's surface in your mind's eye. It is cold, dusted with regolith, a fine, powdery layer that clings like frost. This regolith is the asteroid's memory, holding traces of cosmic rays and micrometeorite impacts. Scientists call these asteroids small bodies, but there is nothing small about their story. They are fragments of a time when the solar system was young, when Jupiter and Saturn tugged at the building blocks of worlds, scattering these stones into the asteroid belt, a ring of debris between Mars and Jupiter. Your thoughts drift, slow and steady, as you consider their origins. Some asteroids are rocky, made of silicatous minerals that gleam like the quartz in a riverbed. Others are metallic, forged from iron and nickel in the cores of long-dead planetesimals, worlds that never grew to be planets. There are carbonaceous asteroids, too, dark as charcoal, rich with carbon and organic molecules. These are the most ancient, holding clues to the chemistry that sparked life on Earth. You imagine them as cosmic storytellers, whispering of a universe that birthed both stars and the seeds of life. Breathe deeply, letting the vastness settle around you. There are over 1 million asteroids known, and countless more unseen, each with a name or number, like 16 Psyche, a metallic giant that gleams in the dark, or Ceres, the largest, a dwarf planet in its own right. Some are rubble piles, loosely bound by their own faint gravity, like a pile of gravel floating in space. Others are solid, unyielding, their surfaces etched with the violence of collisions. You picture them spinning, some fast, some slow, their rotations a silent song that echoes through the void. Your mind lingers on their scars. Each crater tells of an impact, a moment when another stone or fragment struck, leaving a wound that time cannot heal. These collisions are the asteroid's history, a record of the solar system's chaotic youth. Scientists study these marks, using telescopes and spacecraft to map their stories. The asteroid Vesta, for instance, bears a crater so vast it nearly shattered the rock apart. You imagine standing in that crater, your feet sinking into the regolith, the stars above unblinking, watching as they have for billions of years. As you drift, you feel the weight of their age. These stones were here before life stirred on Earth, before the first fish swam, or the first trees reached for the sun. They are time capsules, preserving the raw materials of creation. Some hold water, locked in clay minerals or ice, a reminder that even in the barren dark, the building blocks of life endure. Others carry metals platinum, gold, iron in quantities that dwarf Earth's mines. You picture these treasures not as coins or jewels, but as the bones of future worlds, materials to build ships, stations, or cities among the stars. Your breath slows, each exhale carrying you deeper into the asteroid's tail. Scientists have touched these stones, not with hands, but with machines. The Japanese mission Hayabusa 2 landed on Ryugu, a dark, diamond-shaped asteroid, and scooped its dust, bringing it back to Earth. The grains were small, but they spoke volumes, proof that asteroids hold organic compounds, water, and metals in their embrace. Another mission, Dawn, orbited Vesta and Ceres, revealing their surfaces in stunning detail. Mountains, valleys, and plains, all sculpted without air or water, only the raw forces of space. You wonder, as your body sinks heavier into the bed, how these stones came to be so varied. They were born in different parts of the solar system, some near the sun, where heat forged their metals, others far out, where ice and carbon ruled. Jupiter's gravity, immense and unrelenting, shaped their paths, flinging some into the asteroid belt, others into orbits that cross Earth's. These near-Earth asteroids, like Bennu or Apophis, are the ones humans dream of mining, for they are close enough to reach, yet distant enough to challenge our ingenuity. The science is real, yet it feels like poetry. Asteroids are classified by their spectra, the way they reflect light, which reveals their composition. S-types are stony, M-types metallic, C-types carbonaceous. Each type is a chapter in the solar system's book, and scientists read them with tools like infrared telescopes and radar. You imagine these tools as lanterns, casting light into the dark, illuminating the asteroid's secrets. The data they gather is not cold numbers, but a map to understanding our place in the cosmos. Your heart is calm, your mind adrift in the asteroid belt, where millions of stones circle the sun in a silent parade. They are not just rocks, but witnesses to creation, carriers of wealth and wonder. As you rest, a question hums softly. What treasures do these stones hold, and what dreams might they spark? You feel the pull of their metals, their water, their ancient promise, calling you deeper into the night. The stars above seem to brighten, their light a gentle invitation. You are ready to explore further, to uncover the riches hidden within these cosmic travelers. What are the metals that gleam in the dark, and what future do they hold? The answer waits, like a whisper, just beyond the horizon of sleep. Your eyelids grow heavy, your body sinking into the soft embrace of your bed. The night is quiet, but your mind drifts far beyond the walls, out into the cosmic sea where asteroids tumble, silent and ancient. You are a dreamer tonight, an alchemist of the stars, chasing the gleam of metals hidden in the sky's forgotten stones. Your breath is slow, a gentle tide, as you imagine these treasures: platinum, gold, iron shimmering in the dark, waiting to be claimed. What does it mean to harvest the gifts of the cosmos? The question hums softly, like a melody carried on the wind. Picture yourself floating closer to an asteroid, its surface a mosaic of shadow and dust. This is no ordinary rock, but a vault, forged in the fires of the universe's youth. Within its heart lie metals, not scattered sparsely as they are in Earth's crust, but abundant, pure, gleaming. You see platinum, its silvery sheen catching the faint light of distant stars. Platinum is rare on Earth, prized for its strength, its resistance to time's corrosion. Here, in the asteroid's embrace, it lies in quantities that could reshape industries, fuel technologies yet unimagined. Your mind lingers on its quiet beauty, a metal born in the hearts of exploded stars, now resting in this cosmic cradle. You breathe deeply, your thoughts as soft as moonlight. There is gold, too, not the gold of crowns or coins, but a metal of science, its conductivity unmatched, its luster a whisper of eternity. Gold in asteroids is not a dream of greed, but a promise of progress: circuits for machines, shields for spacecraft, tools for a future among the stars. And iron, steadfast and strong, forms the bones of these metallic asteroids. Iron, mixed with nickel, could build structures to withstand the void, frameworks for cities that float in orbit or cling to distant worlds. You imagine these metals not as wealth, but as the threads of a tapestry, weaving humanity's next chapter. The science is real, yet it feels like poetry. Asteroids are classified by their composition, and the metallic ones, called M-types, are the alchemist's dream. These are the remnants of planetesimals, worlds that began to form in the solar system's infancy, their cores molten with metal before they shattered in collisions. An asteroid like 16 Psyche, a giant in the asteroid belt, is thought to be nearly pure iron and nickel, its surface a testament to a lost world's heart. Scientists estimate Psyche's value in the trillions, but you let that number drift away, too vast to hold. Instead, you focus on its story, its metal gleaming under starlight, untouched for billions of years. Your heart beats slowly, each pulse a reminder of the present moment. How do we know these metals exist? Scientists use spectroscopy, a way of reading the light that asteroids reflect. Each metal, each mineral, has a signature, like a fingerprint in the spectrum of colors. When sunlight touches an asteroid, it scatters, revealing platinum's quiet glow, iron's sturdy presence. Spacecraft, like NASA's Psyche mission, are sent to explore these worlds, not to mine, but to understand. They carry instruments that peer into the asteroid's soul, mapping its riches without disturbing its sleep. You imagine these probes as lanterns, casting light into the dark, guiding humanity's dreams. As you drift, your mind wanders to the scale of it all. A single metallic asteroid, no larger than a city, could hold more platinum than all the mines on Earth. This abundance is not just a number, but a possibility. On Earth, mining scars the land, but in space, the rocks float free, offering their gifts without forests to fell or rivers to divert. Yet the dream is not without weight. To mine an asteroid, we must reach it, land upon it, and gather its treasures in a place where gravity is a whisper and sunlight both friend and foe. Your thoughts ripple, calm but curious, wondering how such a task could be done. You picture a future where these metals are not just dreams but realities. Platinum from asteroids could power clean energy, its catalytic properties splitting water into hydrogen for fuel. Iron could form the skeletons of space habitats where families live under artificial skies. Gold could wire the computers that guide ships to Mars or beyond. The thought is soothing, like a river flowing toward an unseen sea. But with this promise comes a question, one that settles gently in your chest. What does it mean to take from the sky? Is this alchemy a gift for all, or a prize for a few? The stars watch, silent, as you ponder. Your breath is a whisper now, your body heavy with the calm of night. The science of asteroid mining is grounded in reality, yet it sparkles with wonder. The metals in asteroids were forged in supernovae, stellar explosions that seeded the universe with elements heavier than helium. When the solar system formed, these metals sank into the cores of planets or scattered into asteroids, preserved like jewels in a cosmic vault. Scientists study them not just for wealth, but for knowledge, each asteroid a clue to the universe's past, a piece of the puzzle that birthed Earth and all its life. You imagine holding a fragment of asteroid in your hand, its metal cool against your skin. It is not just a rock, but a story, a connection to the stars that shine above your bed. The dream of mining these treasures feels both vast and intimate, a bridge between your quiet room and the infinite. Yet, the path to these riches is not simple. Asteroids are distant, their orbits complex, their surfaces unforgiving. To reach them, humanity must master the dance of space, a choreography of physics and patience. Your mind hums with the challenge, but the thought is gentle, like a lullaby. The night grows deeper, the stars brighter in your imagination. You are an alchemist, yes, but one who dreams not of gold, but of possibility. The metals of asteroids are more than resources. They are the keys to a future unwritten, a canvas for humanity's hopes. As you rest, you feel the pull of their promise, the weight of their ancient origins. What would it take to reach these treasures, to bring them home? The question lingers, soft and unhurried, inviting you to drift further. The cosmos seems to lean closer, its secrets shimmering just out of reach. You are ready to explore the paths that lead to these stones, the delicate orbits that guide their dance. How do we follow them? And what challenges await? The answer waits, like a star on the horizon, guiding you gently towards sleep. Your body rests, heavy and still, as if the bed itself is an anchor to earth. But your mind is free, soaring beyond the atmosphere, where the stars burn bright and the void is a canvas of quiet wonder. You are weightless now, floating in the vastness of space, where asteroids move in a slow, eternal waltz. Their paths are not random but choreographed, guided by gravity's gentle hand. You feel the rhythm of their dance, a cosmic ballet that hums through your heart, inviting you to explore the challenges of reaching these distant stones. Imagine yourself adrift, surrounded by the asteroid belt, a river of rocks circling the sun between Mars and Jupiter. Each asteroid follows its own orbit, a curving path traced by the invisible threads of gravity. You see one nearby, a jagged boulder tumbling end over end, its surface dusted with the frost of eons. It moves with grace, as if aware of its place in the solar system's grand design. Gravity, the force that binds stars and planets, holds this asteroid in its embrace, dictating its every step. Your breath slows, matching the unhurried pace of its journey. Gravity is not just a pull, but a conversation. The sun speaks, and the asteroid listens, orbiting in a delicate balance of distance and speed. Too close, and it would spiral inward, consumed by fire. Too far, and it would drift into the cold dark. You picture this balance as a dance, the asteroid twirling in a perfect ellipse, its path shaped by the sun's mass and the whispers of nearby planets. Jupiter, vast and mighty, tugs at these stones, nudging their orbits over millennia. Mars adds its own soft pull, and even Earth, your home, plays a part in this cosmic choreography. Your thoughts drift, soft as a feather on the wind. To mine an asteroid, humanity must join this dance. But the steps are not simple. These rocks are far millions of miles away, even the closest ones. Near-Earth asteroids, like Bennu or Apophis, pass within reach, but their orbits are not straight lines. They curve and spiral, driven by gravity's relentless rhythm. To reach them, a spacecraft must follow a similar path, launched at just the right moment to intersect the asteroid's trajectory. You imagine this as a game of celestial timing, like catching a leaf as it falls from a tree, but across the vastness of space. Breathe deeply, letting the quiet settle around you. The science of orbits is rooted in physics, in equations that describe motion and force. An orbit is a balance of inertia, asteroids' desire to fly straight and gravity's pull, curving its path. Scientists call this a Keplerian orbit, after Johannes Kepler, who first saw the elegance in planetary motion. For asteroids, these orbits can be eccentric, stretched like an oval, or nearly circular. Some take years to complete a single loop around the sun, others mere months. You picture these paths as ribbons, woven into the fabric of the solar system, each one unique. Your heart is calm, your mind adrift in the asteroid's dance. To mine these stones, we must understand their motion. Scientists track them with telescopes, plotting their orbits with precision. Radar beams, sent from Earth, bounce off their surfaces, revealing their speed and spin. Some asteroids rotate slowly, like a lazy somersault. Others spin so fast they risk flying apart. You imagine standing on one, your feet barely touching the surface, the stars whirling above as the asteroid turns. Its gravity is faint, 1,000 times weaker than Earth's, so weak you could leap and float away, lost in the void. The challenge of reaching an asteroid lies in this delicate balance. A spacecraft must escape Earth's gravity, a feat that demands immense energy, like a bird breaking free from a cage. Then, it must coast through space, using the sun's gravity to slingshot toward its target. This journey can take years, and every moment must be planned. Fuel is precious, and space is unforgiving. If the spacecraft misses its mark, the asteroid will dance on, untouched. You feel the weight of this task, yet it is soothing, like a puzzle waiting to be solved by patient minds. Your breath is a gentle wave, carrying you deeper into the night. Some asteroids are easier to reach than others. Near-Earth asteroids, those whose orbits cross our planets, require less energy to visit. Missions like OSIRIS-REx, which touched Bennu, or Hayabusa, which kissed Ryugu, show it can be done. These spacecraft followed curving paths, spiraling through space to match the asteroid's speed and orbit. Landing is another challenge, for the asteroid's gravity is too weak to pull the craft down. Instead, the spacecraft hovers, like a dragonfly over a pond, using thrusters to stay close. You imagine the moment of contact, the spacecraft's arm brushing the asteroid's surface, kicking up clouds of dust that float in the weightless dark. The regolith, fine as talc, dances in slow motion, catching the sunlight. This is the first step toward mining, a tentative touch in the cosmic waltz. But to mine on a larger scale, humanity must master this dance, learning to move with the asteroid, to follow its orbit without faltering. Your mind hums with the elegance of it, the way science and patience intertwine. The stars seem to pulse, their light a quiet lullaby. The dance of gravity is not just a challenge, but a reminder of our place in the cosmos. Asteroids move as they have for billions of years, untouched by human hands. Yet they call to us, inviting us to join their orbit. As you rest, you wonder how we will answer. What tools, what machines will we send to meet them? The question settles gently, like a leaf on still water, guiding you toward the next step in this starry journey. The night grows softer, the cosmos closer. You feel the pull of the asteroids, their orbits a melody you long to follow. What machines will dance with these stones, and how will they carry their treasures home? The answer waits, just beyond the edge of sleep, in a place where dreams and science meet. Your breath is slow, a gentle tide that carries you deeper into the night. The world beyond your window fades, and you find yourself adrift in the vast, starlit sea of space. The asteroids are out there, tumbling silently, their ancient surfaces gleaming with promise. But tonight, your mind turns to the machines' robots with metal hearts crafted by human hands, sent to dance with these cosmic stones. You imagine them gliding through the void, their purpose as bright as the stars, and you wonder how they will touch the heavens in your name. Picture yourself floating in the dark, the asteroids circling in their eternal orbits. A spacecraft appears, not a ship for humans, but a robotic probe, sleek and purposeful, its solar panels spread like wings. It moves with precision, a silent dreamer born of ingenuity, designed to seek out an asteroid and claim its treasures. Its body is made of alloys, strong yet light, built to withstand the cold and radiation of space. You feel a quiet awe for this machine, a child of Earth sent to explore where no human foot can tread. Your thoughts drift, soft as moonlight. To the asteroid it approaches a rocky giant, its surface scarred and dusted with regolith. The probe hovers, its thrusters whispering in the vacuum, adjusting its position with the care of a dancer. This is no simple task, for the asteroid's gravity is faint, a mere suggestion compared to Earth's embrace. The machine must anchor itself, perhaps with harpoons or claws, to hold fast against the rock's slow spin. You imagine its sensors humming, scanning the surface for metal splatinum, iron, nickel or pockets of water locked in icy crystals. The science is real, yet it feels like a fairy tale. These machines are the future of asteroid mining, designed to work where humans cannot. They carry drills, not unlike those used in Earth's mines, but smaller, precise, able to bite into the asteroid's surface without shattering its fragile structure. Some probes might use lasers, their beams vaporizing rock to collect the resulting gas, sifting it for valuable elements. Others might scoop the regolith, gathering loose dust and pebbles rich with resources. You picture the dust rising in slow motion, weightless, catching the starlight like a cloud of fireflies. Breathe deeply, letting the rhythm of the night cradle you. These robots are not simple tools. They are marvels of engineering. They must operate alone, millions of miles from Earth, guided by commands sent across the vastness. Radio signals take minutes to travel, so the machines need intelligence, a kind of quiet wisdom, to make decisions in the moment. Scientists call this autonomy, but you imagine it as a spark, a faint echo of human curiosity embedded in their circuits. They analyze the asteroid's composition, adjust their tools, and navigate its uneven terrain, all while powered by the sun's distant light. Your heart is calm, your mind adrift in the probe's journey. Some machines are designed to process resources on the asteroid itself, separating metals from rock in the vacuum of space. Others collect samples to return to Earth, like the Japanese Hayabusa, which touched the asteroid Ryugu and brought back its dust, or NASA's OSIRIS-REx, which kissed Bennu and carried its grains home. These missions are the first steps, proofs that robots can reach and harvest the sky's stones. But for true mining, the machines must be larger, more robust, capable of extracting tons of material to fuel humanity's dreams. You imagine a mining probe at work, its drills spinning slowly, carving into the asteroid's surface. The rock is not solid like granite, but porous, sometimes a rubble pile held together by its own faint gravity. The machine must be gentle, lest it send the asteroid spinning or break it apart. It collects fragments, feeding them into a chamber where heat or chemicals separate the metals, leaving behind the dust. The process is slow, deliberate, a meditation in itself. You feel the patience of it, the way each step mirrors the unhurried rhythm of the cosmos. Your breath is a whisper now, your body sinking deeper into the bed. The machines are not just miners, they are explorers, carrying cameras and spectrometers to study the asteroid's secrets. They map its craters, measure its spin, and probe its composition, sending data back to Earth in streams of light. This knowledge is as valuable as the metals, for it tells the story of the solar system's birth. You picture the scientists on Earth, their faces lit by screens, reading the probe's findings, their hearts stirred by the same wonder that hums in yours. As you drift, you consider the challenges these machines face. Space is harsh, a realm of extreme cold and searing radiation. The asteroid's surface is unpredictable sharp edges, loose dust, unexpected cracks. The probe must be resilient, its systems redundant, its power steady. Solar panels provide energy, but far from the sun, they grow weak, and some asteroids lie in shadow for months. Engineers dream of nuclear-powered probes, their reactors glowing faintly, giving life to the machine through the long cosmic night. You imagine this glow, a tiny star against the asteroid's dark, a symbol of human hope. Your thoughts ripple, gentle and unhurried. The machines are extensions of us, carrying our dreams into the void. They must communicate across vast distances, their signals faint but clear, linking them to mission control on Earth. They must repair themselves, adapt to surprises, and work for years without human hands to guide them. Some might stay on the asteroid, building factories in space, turning raw materials into fuel or parts. Others might launch their harvest back to Earth, small capsules arcing through the sky to land in deserts or oceans. You see these capsules as seeds, carrying the asteroid's gifts to grow a new future. The stars outside your window seem to wink, their light a quiet lullaby. These machines are not cold or lifeless. They are dreamers, like you, sent to touch the stars. They embody human ingenuity, the will to reach beyond what is known. Yet, as you rest, a question settles softly in your mind. What else do these asteroids hold, beyond metals and dust? Is there something more, a resource, as vital as life itself, waiting in their depths? The thought is soothing, like a melody half-remembered, inviting you deeper into the night. The cosmos leans closer, its secrets shimmering in the dark. You feel the machine's quiet work, their metal hearts beating in time with your own. What other treasures lie hidden in these stones, and how might they sustain us? The answer waits, like a ripple on a still pond, guiding you gently towards sleep. Your body rests, soft and still, as the night wraps you in its quiet embrace. The stars outside your window shimmer, each a tiny beacon in the vastness of space. Your mind drifts beyond the Earth, past the asteroid's gleaming metals, to a subtler treasure-room that hums with the promise of life itself. You taste the idea of water, hidden in the barren dark of these cosmic stones, a whisper of possibility in the void. Your thoughts ripple, slow and gentle, as you imagine this water-fueling journeys to distant worlds, where fountains might one day flow under alien skies. Picture yourself floating near an asteroid, its surface a tapestry of dust and shadow. It is cold, untouched by warmth, yet within its heart lies something miraculous. Water, not as liquid rivers, but locked in minerals or frozen as ice. You imagine it as the asteroid's breath, exhaled in the solar system's infancy, now held fast in its rocky embrace. This water is no ordinary resource. It is the essence of life, the key to survival in the harshness of space. Your breath slows, matching the rhythm of this discovery, as you marvel at its quiet power. Water in asteroids is not a fantasy, but a truth revealed by science. Some asteroids, called carbonaceous chondrites, are rich with it, their clay-like minerals binding water molecules in a delicate dance. Others hold ice, tucked in shadowed craters where sunlight never reaches. You picture these crystals, glinting faintly, like diamonds scattered in the dark. Scientists have found this water in meteorites, fragments of asteroids that fall to Earth. These tiny samples, no larger than pebbles, carry traces of water older than the oceans, a reminder that the cosmos is not as dry as it seems. Your thoughts flow, soft as a stream, to the asteroid Ceres, the largest of its kind, a dwarf planet in the asteroid belt. Spacecraft, like NASA's Dawn, have orbited Ceres, peering at its surface with unblinking eyes. They found signs of water, ice, hidden beneath its crust, and even fleeting hints of vapor, as if Ceres were exhaling into the void. You imagine standing on its surface, your feet crunching against the regolith, feeling the faint presence of water beneath. It is not a lake or a river, but a promise, a resource that could sustain life far from Earth. Breathe deeply, letting the night's calm settle around you. Why does water matter in the void? On Earth, it is everywhere. Rivers, rain, the blood in your veins. In space, it is rare, a treasure more precious than gold. Water can be drunk by astronauts, grown into plants, or split into oxygen for breathing, and hydrogen for fuel. You picture a rocket, its engines roaring with the power of asteroid water, carrying explorers to Mars or beyond. This is the dream of asteroid mining, not just metals, but the breath of water, enabling humanity to wander deeper into the stars. Your heart is quiet, your mind adrift in the asteroid's secrets. Scientists know that water exists in these stones because of spectroscopy, a way of reading the light they reflect. Water absorbs certain wavelengths, leaving a signature in the spectrum, like a note in a cosmic song. Probes like Hayabusa and OSIRIS-REx have touched asteroids, collecting samples that confirm this truth. Ryugu, a dark, diamond-shaped asteroid, held hydrated minerals, proof that water is not a myth but a reality in the void. You imagine these samples, small as grains of sand, whispering of oceans that might one day flow on distant worlds. As you drift, you consider how this water might be gathered. A robotic probe, delicate as a dragonfly, could land on an asteroid and heat its surface, releasing water vapor to be captured in tanks. Or it might drill into the rock, freeing ice to melt under gentle warmth. The process is slow, patient, like drawing water from a desert spring. You picture the vapor rising, condensing into droplets that float in the weightless dark, each one a spark of possibility. The science is complex, but the image is simple. Water, the source of life, drawn from stones that have never known a raindrop. Your breath is a whisper now, your body heavy with the calm of sleep. The water in asteroids is ancient, formed in the nebula that birthed the sun and planets. Some of it may have come from comets, icy wanderers that collided with asteroids long ago. This water is a link to the past, a clue to how Earth's oceans were born. You imagine it as a gift, carried across billions of years, waiting for humanity to claim it. But the task is not easy. Asteroids are far, their surface is harsh, and extracting water demands precision, energy, and care. Your thoughts ripple, gentle and unhurried. The water could be used in space stations, where every drop is recycled, or on the moon, where it might support a fledgling colony. It could fuel rockets, splitting into hydrogen and oxygen to power engines that roar in the silence of space. You see these rockets as fireflies, their light carrying humans to places only dreamed of. The thought is soothing, like a lullaby sung by the stars, reminding you that water is not just a resource, but a bridge to the future. The night grows deeper, the cosmos closer. You feel the weight of this discovery, the way water in asteroids connects the barren void to the pulse of life. Yet, as you rest, a question settles softly in your mind. Who will decide how this water is used? Should it belong to all, or to those who first reach the stars? The thought is gentle, like a wave lapping at the shore, inviting you to ponder the choices that lie ahead. The stars seem to shimmer, their light a quiet call. You are ready to explore further, to consider the hands that will guide this treasure's fate. Who will claim the water, the metals, the dreams of the cosmos? The answer waits, like a breath held in the dark, guiding you gently towards sleep. Your breath is soft, a quiet rhythm that anchors you to the stillness of the night. The stars outside your window glow gently, their light a reminder of the vastness beyond your room. You are adrift in the cosmos where asteroids tumble, carrying metals and water, treasures older than Earth itself. But tonight, your mind turns inward, to a deeper question. Who should claim these gifts of the sky? Your heart grows quiet, pondering the ethics of the infinite, the delicate balance between ambition and stewardship, as the stars watch in silent judgment. Imagine yourself floating in the void, an asteroid nearby, its surface gleaming with platinum and ice. It is a relic of the universe's dawn, a piece of the solar system's story. Yet it is also a prize, coveted by those who dream of mining its riches. You feel the weight of this moment, not in your body, but in your soul. Should this asteroid belong to one nation, one company, or to all who share this fragile planet? The question is not new. It echoes the debates of Earth's history, when lands and seas were claimed, often at great cost. But in space, the stakes feel different, boundless, as if the choices made here will ripple through the stars. Your thoughts flow, slow and gentle, like a river finding its way. The science of asteroid mining is real, but its ethics are human. International laws, like the Outer Space Treaty of 1967, declare that space belongs to no one nation. Its resources, the treaty suggests, are the common heritage of mankind. You picture these words as a tapestry, woven by diplomats under the shadow of the Cold War, a hope that space would unite rather than divide. Yet the treaty is silent on the details of mining, leaving room for questions. Can a company claim an asteroid's metals? Can a nation stake a cosmic territory? The stars offer no answers, only their quiet light. Breathe deeply, letting the calm of the night cradle you. You imagine a future where probes land on asteroids, their drills humming as they extract platinum, iron, water. The wealth could transform Earth-clean energy from platinum, habitats built with iron water to sustain colonies on the Moon or Mars. But who decides how this wealth is shared? You see a world where one group claims the lion's share, leaving others in shadow, or a world where the riches are divided, lifting all toward a brighter future. The choice is not simple, for ambition drives progress, yet greed can fracture what should be whole. Your heart is still, your mind adrift in the vastness of the question. Some argue that private companies, with their ingenuity and risk, should own what they mine. They point to Earth's history, where competition spurred innovation: railroads, computers, the internet. You picture a spacecraft, its hull marked with a corporate logo, landing on an asteroid to harvest its metals. The company's engineers, fueled by profit, might push the boundaries of technology, making space accessible to more. But you also see the risk, a few growing rich while others watch from afar. The promise of space locked behind walls of wealth. Your thoughts ripple, soft as moonlight on water. Others believe the asteroid's treasures should be shared, a global trust for all humanity. They argue that space is too vast, too sacred, to be carved into private domains. You imagine a council of nations, gathered under the stars, agreeing to pool the resources: water for colonies, metals for clean energy, benefits for every corner of Earth. This vision feels warm, like a fire shared by many, but it carries challenges too. Nations disagree, priorities clash, and the slow grind of bureaucracy could stifle the very progress it seeks to guide. You feel the tension, yet it is soothing, a puzzle to be pondered in the quiet of night. The science of ethics is not in equations, but in values. Asteroids hold enough resources to reshape economies, but they also hold a mirror to humanity's heart. You recall the Moon Agreement of 1979, a lesser-known treaty that called for equitable sharing of lunar resources, a model for asteroids. Few nations signed it, wary of limits on their ambitions. Today, new frameworks emerge, like the Artemis Accords, which encourage cooperation but allow nations to claim resources they extract. You picture these accords as bridges, fragile but hopeful, spanning the gap between competition and unity. Your breath is a whisper, your body heavy with the calm of sleep. The ethics of asteroid mining extend beyond ownership. There is the question of stewardship, how to mine without harm. Asteroids are not Earth, with ecosystems to protect, but they are part of the solar system's balance, their orbits woven into the cosmic dance. Mining could alter their paths, sending fragments toward Earth or disrupting the delicate web of gravity. You imagine scientists and ethicists, their voices soft but firm, urging care, reminding us that the stars are not ours to conquer, but to cherish. As you drift, you consider the deeper meaning of these choices. Mining asteroids could lift humanity to new heights: colonies among the stars, technologies to heal Earth's wounds. But it could also deepen divides if the wealth concentrates in few hands. You see this as a crossroads, not just for science, but for the soul. The asteroids are a canvas, and humanity's actions will paint the future. Will it be a masterpiece of shared dreams or a fractured image of greed? The thought is gentle, like a breeze through an open window, inviting reflection without urgency. Your mind lingers on the stars, their light a quiet guide. The ethics of the infinite are not solved tonight, but they settle in your heart, a reminder of humanity's capacity for both wonder and wisdom. You feel connected to the question, as if your own hopes are woven into its answer. Who will claim the sky's wealth, and how will they wield it? The stars watch, patient, as you ponder, their silence a canvas for your dreams. The night grows softer, the cosmos closer. You feel the weight of these choices, the way they shape not just the asteroids, but the future of all who look to the stars. What might happen if we mine without care, disturbing the delicate balance of the heavens? The question hums, like a melody half heard, guiding you gently toward sleep. Your breath is soft, a quiet sigh that blends with the stillness of the night. The stars outside your window pulse gently, their light weaving a tapestry across the cosmos. You are adrift in this vastness, where asteroids spin in their ancient orbits, carrying treasures of metal and water. But tonight, your heart turns to the delicate balance of the solar system, a fragile web of gravity and motion. You feel its threads, trembling with the weight of human ambition, and you cradle the need for care, dreaming of progress that honors the silent harmony of the stars. Picture yourself floating in the asteroid belt, a river of stone circling the sun. Each asteroid moves in its own path, held by gravity's tender pull, a dancer in a cosmic ballet. You see them not as solitary rocks, but as part of a greater whole. Their orbits interwoven with those of planets, moons, and comets. The solar system is a tapestry, each thread delicate, each movement precise. Your mind hums with the beauty of this balance, but also with a quiet concern. What happens when we mine these stones, plucking threads from the web? The thought is gentle, like a ripple on a still pond, inviting you to explore. The science is clear, yet it feels like poetry. Asteroids are not fixed. They are dynamic, their paths shaped by the Sun, Jupiter, and even the faint tug of Earth. Mining could disturb this balance. A probe drilling into an asteroid might send dust and fragments flying, like petals scattered by the wind. These fragments, small but swift, could become debris, orbiting unpredictably, a hazard to spacecraft or satellites. You imagine a cloud of dust, glinting in the starlight, its beauty hiding a subtle danger. Scientists call this space debris, a growing concern in Earth's orbit, and mining asteroids could extend that risk to the wider solar system. Breathe deeply, letting the calm of the night settle around you. Some asteroids are rubble piles, loosely bound by their own faint gravity, like a heap of gravel floating in space. Mining them could be like touching a house of cards on wrong move, and the structure shifts, sending pieces into new orbits. These changes might seem small, but in the vastness of space, even a pebble can ripple through the web. You picture an asteroid's orbit shifting, nudged by the force of mining, crossing paths with another rock, or drifting closer to Earth. The risk is low, but real, a reminder that the cosmos is not ours to reshape without care. Your thoughts flow, slow and steady, as you consider the scale of mining. A single asteroid, rich with platinum or water, could yield tons of material. Extracting it might involve drills, lasers, or even explosives, each action sending tremors through the rock. Scientists study these effects, using models to predict how mining might alter an asteroid's spin or path. They know that gravity is unforgiving. A small change can grow over time, like a whisper becoming a song. You feel the weight of this knowledge, yet it is soothing, a call to move with caution, to honor the delicate threads that bind the stars. Your heart is quiet, your mind adrift in the asteroid's dance. Beyond orbits, there is another balance to consider: the scientific value of asteroids. These stones are time capsules, holding clues to the solar system's birth. Their surfaces, untouched for billions of years, carry records of cosmic rays, ancient collisions, and even organic molecules. Mining could erase these stories, like painting over an ancient manuscript. You imagine a scientist, her eyes tracing the data from an asteroid's dust, piecing together the origins of life. To mine carelessly might silence these whispers, robbing future generations of their cosmic heritage. As you rest, you ponder the unseen ecosystems of space. Asteroids have no life, no forests or rivers, but they are part of a larger system. Some near-Earth asteroids, for instance, are watched closely, their orbits mapped to ensure they pose no threat. Mining could nudge one closer to our planet, a faint possibility that feels distant but real. You picture Earth from afar, a blue jewel in the dark, and you feel a quiet urge to protect it, not just from asteroids, but from the unintended ripples of our own ambitions. The thought is gentle, like a lullaby, reminding you that care is as vital as progress. The science of stewardship is rooted in foresight. Engineers design mining probes to minimize debris, using nets or containers to catch loose dust. They plan to anchor machines gently, avoiding shocks that could fracture an asteroid's fragile structure. Some propose mining only small asteroids, leaving larger ones untouched, preserving their scientific value. You imagine these probes as gardeners, tending the cosmos with delicate hands, harvesting resources while nurturing the balance of the web. The image is calming, a vision of progress that listens to the stars. Your breath is a whisper, your body heavy with the peace of night. The fragile web of space is not just a scientific concern, but a moral one. It asks you to consider your place in the universe, not as a conqueror, but as a caretaker. The asteroids are not Earth's to claim without thought. They belong to the cosmos, to the story that began long before humanity's first breath. You feel connected to this story, your own dreams woven into its threads, and you wonder how we will choose to move forward, balancing ambition with reverence. The stars outside seem to soften their light, a quiet guide. The web of the solar system is delicate, but it is also resilient, shaped by billions of years of collisions and orbits. Mining, if done with care, could be a gentle touch, a way to draw from the cosmos without breaking its harmony. Yet, as you drift, a new question settles in your heart. What future might these careful actions build? The thought is soothing, like a melody carried on the wind, inviting you to dream of what lies ahead. The night deepens, the cosmos closer. You feel the threads of the solar system, their delicate balance a reminder of your own place in the stars. What world could rise from the treasures of asteroids if we mine with care? The answer waits, like a star just beyond the horizon, guiding you gently towards sleep. Your breath is slow, a gentle rhythm that carries you into the quiet of the night. The stars outside your window shimmer, their light, a bridge between the present and a future yet unwritten. You are adrift in the cosmos, where asteroids tumble, their ancient surfaces rich with metals and water. Tonight, your mind soars beyond the challenges of mining, beyond the delicate balance of the solar system, to a time when these cosmic stones shape humanity's destiny. You see cities gleaming among the stars, built on the bones of ancient rocks, and you wonder what dreams will guide this boundless future. Imagine yourself standing on the edge of a great orbital city, its framework forged from the iron of asteroids. The structure curves gracefully, a lattice of metal and glass, floating weightless above Earth's blue curve. Its walls are strong, its circuits wired with asteroid gold, its air purified by water drawn from the void. You feel the hum of life with families, scientists, dreamers all sustained by the treasures of the sky. This is no fantasy, but a vision rooted in science, a future where asteroid mining transforms the impossible into reality. Your heart pulses softly, stirred by the beauty of this dream. The science is clear, yet it sparkles like starlight. Asteroids hold resources in abundance: iron to build, platinum for energy, water for life. A single metallic asteroid could yield enough material to construct habitats for thousands, orbiting Earth or anchored at the Moon's Lagrange points, where gravity's pull balances perfectly. You picture these habitats as lanterns, glowing in the dark, each a stepping stone to deeper space. Their construction would rely on robotic miners, like those you envisioned, tirelessly harvesting the asteroids' gifts and sending them to orbital foundries where raw materials become beams, panels, and pipes. Breathe deeply, letting the calm of the night cradle you. This future is not just about structures, but about possibilities. Water from asteroids could fuel rockets, splitting into hydrogen and oxygen to power engines that carry humans to Mars, Jupiter's moons, or beyond. You imagine a spacecraft, its tanks filled with asteroid water, arcing through the solar system, its crew dreaming of new horizons. On Mars, water could irrigate greenhouses, growing food under rust-red skies. On the Moon, it could sustain bases where scientists study the stars free from Earth's atmosphere. The thought is soothing, like a river flowing toward an unseen sea. Your thoughts ripple, gentle and unhurried, as you consider the scale of this vision. Asteroid mining could spark an era of abundance, where resources are no longer scarce but plentiful, drawn from the cosmos rather than Earth's finite crust. Platinum could drive clean energy, its catalytic properties powering hydrogen fuel cells to replace fossil fuels. Iron could build not just habitats, but vast solar arrays in orbit, beaming energy to Earth's cities. You see these arrays as wings, catching the sun's light, their power a gift from the stars to a planet in need. The image is warm, a promise of progress that feels within reach. Your heart is quiet, your mind adrift in this starry future. Scientists and engineers are already planning, their minds alight with designs for space factories' robotic systems that process asteroid materials in the vacuum of space. These factories would melt metals with solar furnaces, shape them with 3D printers, and assemble structures without the constraints of Earth's gravity. You picture a factory orbiting silently, its arms weaving iron into beams, its chambers distilling water from ice. The process is slow, deliberate, a meditation in itself, mirroring the unhurried rhythm of the cosmos. As you drift, you imagine the human lives shaped by this future. Cities in space could house millions, their artificial gravity spun by rotation, their ecosystems sustained by water and plants. These would be places of unity, where people from every corner of Earth work side by side, their differences softened by the shared dream of the stars. You see children playing in zero-gravity parks, scientists peering through telescopes, artists painting the view of Saturn's rings. The thought is gentle, like a lullaby, reminding you that asteroid mining is not just about resources, but about expanding the canvas of human experience. The science of this future is grounded in reality, yet it feels like poetry. Asteroids like 16 Psyche, rich with metals, or Ryugu, laden with water, are already targets of study. Missions like NASA's Psyche probe, launched to explore that metallic giant, are laying the groundwork, mapping resources and testing technologies. Engineers speak of in situ resource utilization, using what's found in space to build and sustain, reducing the need to launch everything from Earth. You imagine this as a cosmic garden, where humanity learns to grow with the resources at hand, nurturing a future that blooms among the stars. Your breath is a whisper, your body heavy with the peace of sleep. Yet, this future is not without questions. Who will live in these cities? Will they be havens for all, or enclaves for a privileged few? The ethics you pondered linger, shaping the dreams of tomorrow. Scientists urge cooperation, international agreements to ensure the asteroid's wealth serves humanity as a whole. You picture a council under starlight, voices from every nation weaving a plan for shared prosperity. The vision is hopeful, but fragile, a reminder that the future will be shaped by the choices made today. Your thoughts soar, like a bird on an unseen wind, to the deeper meaning of this future. Asteroid mining could free humanity from Earth's limits, but it also asks us to grow in wisdom. The stars are not just a destination, but a mirror, reflecting our capacity for wonder and care. You feel connected to this possibility, as if your own dreams are part of its foundation. What will guide this boundless future ambition, unity, or something yet unspoken? The question settles gently, like a leaf on a quiet stream, inviting reflection without urgency. The stars outside seem to brighten, their light a quiet call. The future forged in starlight is a tapestry of science and hope, woven from the ancient rocks of the cosmos. You see humanity's reach expanding, not to conquer, but to explore, to create, to dream. Yet, as you rest, a final question hums in your heart. How will we return to Earth, carrying these dreams, and what will we bring back? The thought is soothing, like a melody half remembered, guiding you toward the final steps of this cosmic journey. The night grows softer, the cosmos closer. You feel the promise of cities among the stars, their foundations laid by asteroid treasures. What will it mean to come home, to Earth, with the sky's gifts in hand? The answer waits, like a whisper in the dark. drawing you gently toward sleep. Your breath is soft, a gentle tide that carries you through the quiet of the night. The stars outside your window glow faintly, their light a distant echo of the cosmic journey you've taken. You've wandered among asteroids, touched their ancient surfaces, and dreamed of their treasures, metals, water, the building blocks of a future among the stars. Now, your mind drifts back, like a leaf falling to the ground, returning to the quiet earth. The promise of asteroid mining lingers, a bridge between your home and the infinite, and you rest, holding a question as vast as the sky. Who will own the gold of the cosmos? Picture yourself descending through the layers of the night, the asteroid belt fading into memory. The stars grow smaller, softer, as Earth's atmosphere wraps you in its familiar embrace. You feel the weight of your body again, sinking into the bed, the pillow cool against your cheek. Yet, the cosmos remains with you, its wonders etched in your heart. The asteroids, those silent travelers, have shared their stories of metals gleaming in the dark, water whispering of life, and orbits dancing in gravity's pull. You carry these stories now, a quiet treasure of your own. Your thoughts flow, slow and gentle, like a river nearing the sea. The journey began with a spark of curiosity, a question about reaching for the sky's riches. You drifted among the stones, learning their origins in the solar system's fiery birth. You marveled at their metal platinum, gold, iron forged in ancient stars, and the water hidden in their depths, a breath of life in the void. You followed the machines, those robotic dreamers, as they danced with asteroids, and you pondered the ethics of claiming the infinite. Each step was a thread, weaving a tapestry of science and wonder, and now you return, the tapestry complete, yet open to new patterns. Breathe deeply, letting the calm of the night cradle you. The science of asteroid mining is real, grounded in the laws of physics and chemistry. Scientists map asteroids with telescopes, study their spectra to reveal their composition, and send probes to touch their surfaces. Missions like Hayabusa and OSIRIS-REx have brought back dust, proving that the sky's treasures are within reach. Engineers design robots to mine, to process, to build, while ethicists urge care, ensuring the solar system's fragile web remains intact. You see this work as a symphony, each note precise, each pause deliberate, played for a future you can almost touch. Your heart is quiet, your mind adrift in the stillness of Earth. The promise of asteroid mining is not just about resources, but about possibility. The metals could build cities in orbit, their frameworks gleaming under starlight. The water could fuel journeys to Mars, sustain colonies on the moon, or grow gardens in the void. You imagine a future where humanity lives among the stars, not as conquerors, but as stewards, their dreams shaped by the lessons of Earth. The thought is soothing, like a lullaby sung by the cosmos, reminding you that every step into space is also a step inward, a chance to grow in wisdom. As you rest, you reflect on the question that has followed you through the night. Who will own the gold of the cosmos? It is a question of ownership, but also of responsibility. The Outer Space Treaty calls space the province of all humankind, yet the details of mining remain unwritten. Will nations share the wealth, or will companies claim the spoils? Will the riches lift all, or deepen divides? You see this as a crossroads, not just for science, but for the human spirit. The asteroids are a mirror, reflecting our capacity for greed and generosity, ambition and care. The answer lies not in the stars, but in the choices made on Earth. Your breath is a whisper, your body heavy with the peace of sleep. The journey has shown you the vastness of the challenge-reaching asteroids millions of miles away, mining in the weightless dark, preserving the cosmic balance. Yet, it has also shown you the vastness of human potential. Scientists, engineers, dreamers, they work together, their minds alight with hope, building bridges to the stars. You feel connected to them, as if your own curiosity is a spark in their fire. The future is not fixed. It is a canvas, and humanity's actions will paint its colors, bright or dim. The stars outside seem to soften, their light, a quiet embrace. You think of Earth, this blue jewel in the dark, the only home you've ever known. Asteroid mining could change it, bringing wealth to heal its wounds, clean energy, new technologies, a chance to live sustainably. But it could also test it if the treasures are hoarded or the cosmos disturbed. You imagine returning to Earth with the sky's gifts, not as a conqueror, but as a caretaker, carrying metals and water to build a better world. The image is warm, like a hearth in winter, inviting you to dream of what could be. Your thoughts ripple, gentle and unhurried, as you linger on the journey's end. The asteroids are not just rocks, but stories, each one a chapter in the universe's book. You've read a few pages, felt their weight, and now you rest, the book still open. The question of ownership remains, a soft cliffhanger in your mind. It is not a question to solve tonight, but to hold, like a seed planted in fertile soil. Who will own the gold of the cosmos, and what will they do with it? The stars watch, patient, their silence a canvas for your dreams. The night grows deeper, the cosmos closer. You are back in your bed, the familiar sounds of earth crickets, a distant breeze blending with the hum of the stars. The promise of asteroid mining is a bridge, linking your quiet room to the infinite. You see it as a path, not to escape Earth, but to cherish it, to use the sky's gifts to nurture the only home we have. The journey has been long, from the asteroid's ancient origins to the dreams of cities among the stars. And now you rest, your mind at peace, your heart full. Your breath slows, each exhale carrying you closer to sleep. The stars remain above, their light a gentle reminder of the wonders you've explored. The question of the cosmos lingers, soft and unresolved, but it is enough for now to dream, to imagine a future where humanity reaches for the stars with open hands. You feel the earth beneath you, its quiet strength a foundation for all that lies ahead, and you drift, ready to sleep, the stars your final lullaby.